Let's now shift our attention to the other big story that we are tracking on WION, where the legal battle over the release of the movie Jana Nayagan continues to drag on, and the Madras High Court has now allowed an appeal by the Central Board of Film Certification, challenging a single judge order granting a UA certificate to the movie. In the latest, a bench comprising of the Madras High Court Chief Justice quashed an earlier order by a single judge which had asked the CBFC to grant a certificate for the film. The bench observed that the single judge order ought to have given the CBFC time to file a counter affidavit, and the matter has now been remanded for a fresh hearing. Now, the Madras High Court bench has further observed that the film's producer is at liberty to amend its writ petition. On the 20th of January, the Madras High Court had reserved the verdict on the Jana Nayagan censor route, and that verdict was due today. The latest ruling is a fresh setback for Jana Nayagan and its star Vijay. Jana Nayagan was supposed to be the actor-turned-politician and TVK chief's final film before he takes a plunge into politics full-time. Now, it was scheduled to be released on the 9th of January to coincide with the major holiday of Pongal. The highly anticipated Jana Nayagan cannot release in theatres unless it is cleared for exhibition by the CBFC, and the Madras High Court order has now delayed the certification further. And WION's Siddharth MP has been tracking this story very closely for us and has sent us this report. Listen in.
Uncertainty continues over the release of actor-politician Vijay's magnum opus film, Jana Nayagan. The makers of the film were targeting a January 9th release ahead of the Pongal festival in Tamil Nadu. However, that did not take place because the mandatory certificate that was to be obtained from the Central Board of Film Certification, the CBFC, a government authority, was not provided. Therefore, the makers approached the court, and thereafter a court battle ensued. First, it was a single judge bench of the Madras High Court who said that the film should be granted the CBFC certificate, but later the CBFC escalated the matter in court, and thereafter the legal battle dragged on. And today, the two-judge bench of the Madras High Court, led by the Chief Justice of the court, has quashed the single judge order, which means the certificate will not be given for the film. And what this also means is that the single judge bench of the Madras High Court will have to hear this case afresh. Effectively, the release of the film is getting postponed further. The legal battle will continue, and it's unlikely that this film is going to release anytime in January because there's barely 4 days left in this month. Siddharth MP, WION World is One.